Greetings, and welcome to you. I am Shoshana, and this is going to be a reading for Cancer. It's been a while since I did a reading for you. So, what do we got going on for you? I'm clearing the space. We're going to go ahead and start with our medicine cards, our Lakota Sweat Lodge deck. What is the physical work for Cancer? The physical work for Cancer that Cancer needs to work on today. And we have our first card. Of course, this card is going to come out for you. This is the Sacred Pipe. This is all about praying for your family. A lot of you have forgot to pray, and it's so important for you, out of all signs, to pray, because you always have an entire tribe that is reliant on you, that depends on you. It's so important to continue to pray on a daily basis to Source every single day. It's amazing how good God is when we take the time to reconnect and have a dialogue and have a conversation with Source, with allowing Source to guide us through challenges. It is so important for the Cancer sign to pray upon rising in the morning. The most powerful time to pray in the morning is before sunrise, and you receive the healing energies. The sun has the highest healing energy at sunrise. That is when you get the most vitamin D and the most benefits, and that is the best time to pray for your family. So the reason why things have been falling apart in the house is because someone stopped praying for the house, someone stopped smudging the house, someone stopped with the Tibet bowls, the singing bowls, the tongue drum, the bell in all four corners of the room. Do you know that a long time ago, all churches had bells because the bells would remove negative energy? And isn't it crazy how now we don't have bells anymore? All the bells were removed because they found out that the bells were actually beneficial and were purifying people. Inner work. What is the inner work that Cancer needs to work on? You have thunder beings. This is all about you manifesting challenges and problems for yourself by thinking of the worst. Watching your thoughts, watching your pessimism, watching your negative thinking, because when you are saying something negative in your mind, what you're doing is actually casting thunder being spells with those negative thoughts, whether they be about yourself, about your own situation, your challenges, or towards other people, towards complete strangers. You can be in a bad mood walking down the street, you look at somebody, and all of a sudden they trip and fall. The power of the mind. Be careful that you are not manifesting a nightmare by thinking of the worst with your thought power patterns. Spiritual advice for Cancer, please. And Pisces got the same card, so maybe you are dealing with the Pisces. This is all about replacement. Replacing all of your fears, replacing all of your fears for unconditional love. Having unconditional love for yourself and the situation will release you of the chains of those fears that cripple you and debilitate you. Just Have compassion for the situation. Be unconditionally forgiving, unconditionally loving towards yourself and the situation. We have Angel of Love. So you have so much love to give, whether you are a male or a female. This is all about you having so much love to give. I feel like most of you are in a family house taking care of the family, but for some reason it seems like there's a lot of single cancers that have so much love to give and don't understand why they're not in a relationship. And I know you don't want to hear this, but a lot of times Cancer's unrelentless love for their family and their younger siblings and their elders makes relationships fall apart, because the person that becomes interested in you at any given time, they want to be the primary focus. You know, even the last relationship that you wanted to be with someone, that you wanted to marry and maybe have kids with, that person, you chose your family over them. They wanted to be the primary focus at least half the time, and you chose your family over them, and it seems like you haven't had a chance since. And I'm just letting you know, for future references, for the future, if you're single and you want to get in a relationship, it's actually not difficult for a Cancer to get in a relationship at all. It's just that you prioritize your family, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking care of your family and contributing to your family, but there's a limit where you have to put yourself first. If you want your generation to continue, you're going to have to put yourself first, and you're going to have to create a family of your own. And what are you going to do? You're going to have two families living in one house? At some point, you're going to have to leave the mama and papa house. And again, this is just a collective reading. This is not expected to resonate with everybody. I just read the loudest collective storyline for each sign. Okay, we have strategy. You need to change your strategy. You're going to have to go off and live on your own. If you're kind of desperate and you feel like you can't wait, then go off and live on your own. Go get you a studio. It's so easy to get a studio. A studio is the easiest thing to get. Another thing I want to tease you about is when you do get your studio, don't go letting your person move in right away. For God's sake, Cancer, you've been living with your family your entire life. A lot of you will be in your 40s and 50s living with your family that you did not create, the family that created you. And then you go and you find somebody, get in a codependent relationship, or you get in a toxic relationship, or you get in a desperate relationship, or you get in a trauma bond, and then you move in and you live with the person so fast. You need to be in a studio that is a single occupancy studio purposely, because you know how there's some studios that allow two people. Get on purpose, get a studio that only allows single occupancy so that you practice living by yourself and feeling what it feels like to live by yourself. It's so important that everybody experiences the pleasure of living by yourself, even if it's temporary. Okay, I just really want to put that out there, because I feel like a lot of you, when you do get into a situation with someone, you're going to want to move in too fast. And it takes years to really know someone, you know? And I just don't want to see you in a toxic situation where you're never or have never experienced living on your own in a studio. For some reason, you have this idea that if you live somewhere else, you won't be able to take care of your family. And that's just not true. It's not true. Even if you have children and you divorce the parent and you don't want to leave that house because you don't want to cause harm, or I just feel like you're being silly about a living situation. You will actually be more helpful and you will contribute more wealth if you were to go off on your own and experience a solitude for once. Be mindful of the thoughts you are ingesting, okay? This is a double confirmation. This is a double confirmation that you are manifesting negative situations with your own thoughts by thinking the worst, by having fears, and not praying about it instead. Pray to get rid of it, pray to cut all those cords. Let's do a Wisdom of the Tao card for you. I'm going to put these back in because I got dizzy for a second. You can serve better from a distance. That's what I want to say. You can serve better from a distance. We have searching for the ultimate truth. Look beyond your physical achievements. Find the meaning behind all you have experienced. The truth is not always black and white. Use your spiritual gifts to reach for higher awareness. Exert the power to make a difference. So we kind of already talked about your emotions, but let's do an emotion card anyway. Wait, no, we didn't. We didn't talk about your emotions. You're thinking negative, but we didn't really talk about your emotions. Being in fear, thinking the worst. So those are all symptoms from living in the same place for too long, especially people who never leave the house they were raised in. So those feelings of any kind of negative thought, that's all from stagnation. Those are symptoms of stagnation, of fearing the worst for no reason at all. You have the support of your family. You have a backup house. There's no reason to fear anything at all. For most of you, right? We have Tiger's Eye, protecting yourself. I really feel like this is protecting yourself from yourself, because I don't see anyone attacking you. I see you attacking yourself and the situation, and you need to calm down. This beautiful tiger's eye is about calm, clarity, balanced emotions, communication, intuition. If you've been plagued with negative thoughts lately, then tiger's eye will help you rid yourself of these and help you regain a positive and more inspiring attitude. You will soon begin to see things clearly and realize that there was really nothing to fear in the first place. Calm your thoughts and start to listen to your intuition. Know that all is well and that only love surrounds you. This card also has to do with communication. You may avoid unnecessary turmoil and problems by communicating clearly with others. Don't be afraid to express your views honestly and make sure there is no misunderstanding. You will regain respect and admiration for doing so. Let's do one last one for you, Cancer. What colors should Cancer work with during this time? Cancer. Oh, we have beautiful indigo, improving your vision. You know, you seem to forget. You seem to forget your abilities. Cancer, where do I even begin with you? You are so intuitive. You're so good at remote viewing. How can you clear this? You can't think straight because there's always people at your house. That's why I feel like you need to go get a studio, even if it's temporary. Maybe you don't need a studio and you're happy in the house. You know, who wants to pay extra rent, right? But maybe you just have to go off on an adventure and just leave the family for a couple months to refine yourself. Because you have just become chained up to the house. Chained up to household activities that you've kind of forgot what it is to be connected to nature and to be connected to your own abilities as a water sign that you are. So working with the color indigo and improving your vision. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.